Protect yourself, protect your family, protect your country. It's real. It's real. Coronavirus is real. Oh, it's real. It's real. Coronavirus is real. My people, it's real. Coronavirus is real. Watch your brain. It's real. Coronavirus is real. Protect yourself. It's real. To all those are present, brothers and sisters to the world, let every nation worship in Jesus' name, in Jesus' name. We bound you, destroy you, in the name of Jesus. We stop you, rebuke you, in the name of the Lord. We don't want anybody sick, anybody die. We don't want anybody sick, anybody die. Oh, it's real. It's real. Coronavirus is real. Oh, it's real. Coronavirus is real. My people, it's real. Coronavirus is real. Watch your brain. It's real. Coronavirus is real.
Have you heard the news? Well, worry no more. Carson's photo and video production has been providing elegant weddings, conventions, and birthday videographic for the Liberian communities since 2006, paying attention to detail and emotion throughout the day and taking time in the editing process to create a unique video you will want to watch with family members, friends, and future generations, shooting quietly and professionally and without distracting you or your guests is vital. For more information, please contact us at 484-786-3337. That's 484-786-3337, or we can also be reached at www.CarsonPhotoVideoProduction.com. Please tell Carson Photo and Video Production that Asheville the Giant Golly sent.
Hello, Mike. Are you there? Hello, Mike.
Let's hold on a bit, Emmanuel. I will come back to you as we start the show. In case you just joined us, this is Issues of Today, live on Liberia Public Radio. My name is Mark in our Monrovia studio. And this is a program that discusses issues of national concern, issues that has to do with the growth and development of Mama Liberia. We discuss it right here on Liberia Public Radio. Again, our sincere apology for going off air because of some technical hitch-up that we were facing. Again, welcome. In case you just coming our way, there are several other issues that we're going to be talking at this hour. We're going to join our man Gus Young. Gus Young is in Maryland County. We're going to join him, and also Emmanuel Jepo, of course, who is already on. We will hear from Emmanuel very shortly. Emmanuel just give us a few time so we can just set some basis here. We will come to you shortly. So welcome. In case you just coming our way, welcome. We want to say thank you for joining us. This is Liberia Public Radio, the radio that discusses the issue and not the personality and not the individuals. We want to say thank you. Several other training issues we discussed already on issues of today. So let's now go to Grand Bassa County to join our man Emmanuel Jepo. As we all know, President George Manawia has embarked on his third leg of county tour. The tour started since the 12th of February 2021 in Nimba, that's in Bon County. Also, he also went to Nimba County, and then since then he has gone to several other counties in the southeast, also in Western Liberia. So we will go to Western Liberia now. Not Western Liberia, let's say southeastern Liberia, to talk to Emmanuel Jepo. Emmanuel is traveling with the President of Liberia, His Excellency President George Manawia. So let's join Emmanuel. Emmanuel, good afternoon. Where are you now?
Good afternoon. It's good to be on issue of today, and I'm currently in the Liberia Agriculture Compound 3, now in Grand Bassa County, where His Excellency Dr. George Weah is expected to meet and greet as part of his citizen engagement with the people of this part of Grand Bassa County as part of leg 3 of his nationwide county tour.
Okay, so Emmanuel just gave us a rundown since this morning. You people were in Buchanan. Just gave us a rundown so far. What are some of the activities that have been ongoing?
The reception yesterday started all yesterday. The reception in Grand Bassa Buchanan, to be exact, the people of Grand Bassa Buchanan answered to the president call. A huge mobilization team headed by the Superintendent John J. Quacker and the rest of the Grand Bassa County Legislative Caucus. They mobilized the team, and the president received a rousing welcome along with his entourage in Buchanan City. The Jamboree was packed to capacity. The Buchanan Administrative Building was also packed to capacity, where His Excellency Dr. George Weah met and greet with his people, held a town hall meeting with the people, showing the Liberian people, the people of Bassa, of a development to take part of his developmental initiative. So ongoing, the president dedicated break ground for a modern hospital that will be take place on your own land in Grand Bassa County, a modern hospital to be in program for the modern hospital, and that will be built in a subsequent town. You see, this is part of improving health sector of Liberia, to have an accessible health sector in Liberia, and that hospital will be owned by the government of Liberia, and
so
that
where,
is
Emmanuel, where specifically?
100
Sorry for interrupting, but I'm asking, where specifically will this hospital be built in Grand Bassa County? What part of
Yeah,
Grand
they will
Bassa
be built
County
in the western part of Grand. It's in the port city of Buchanan, but the area particular name is on your own community. That area name is on your own community. I don't know, but I think it's in the western part of Liberia, where the 150 bedroom seated 150 bedroom hospital will be built, and it will be run by the government of Liberia to aid and cater to the needs, the dire needs of the Grand Bassa citizens.
So there was this information that we gathered that some of the government officials especially from the legislative caucus of Grand Bassa County did not form part of the president activities there in Buchanan. Can you authenticate this for us?
I will only talk about the opposition political party, who is the standard bearer of the opposition Liberty Party, who did not form part of this entire Jamboree. I would say Yomli Kanga Lauren was in part of it, but I yesterday interacted with Boyson God Finley. I interacted with the Joseph Joseph Willie, the senator that interacted with Senator General Cappy, Vincent Willie, and the rest of the Grand Bassa County Legislative Board were all in attendance at the State Hall, where the president had interactive discussion with the people of Grand Bassa County, promising his commitment for the confidence they repose in him to elect him as a president of the Republic of Liberia. They will form part of the developmental agenda as part of the developmental agenda of the Popo agenda. The
So,
president went
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
The president went on to dedicate the famous, the OH, and one of Liberia's oldest stadium, the sports stadium, the Doris Williams Sports Stadium, was dedicated by His Excellency Dr. George. Where we are all-star, and that of the Grand Bassa County all-star, and we are all-star trashed the Grand Bassa County all-star by 5-1 in Osaka, Germany, after the dedication of the Doris Williams Sports page. The president also, in partnership with his companion, the First Lady Clark, we had also visited the elder home in Grand Bassa County, where the First Lady Foundation is expected to construct a modern elder home for the people of Bassa.
So, let's talk about was that some level of concern with some people, with some citizens of Bassa, as to why the political leader of, the senator of the county was not part of the president's own visit, in the country?
Yeah, interacted with the chief of protocol of the Republic of Liberia, Javi Waterspoon, in a church lecture, now interviewed. In a chit chat with him, he said the senator and the senator of Grand Bassa County, Yombi Kangalore, who is also member of the collaborating opposition collaborating party, was initially invited by the president and few had entourage to form part of the presidential visit to Grand Bassa County, but unfortunately she was absent.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Let's talk about the groundbreaking of the hospital. Let's go back to the groundbreaking of the hospital. Did the president say that money already been allocated for the construction of that project?
As always said at the start of this content tour, the president of the Republic of Liberia, according to him, as part of the Popo agenda for development, he will construct 7 hospitals, modern hospitals across the country, and Grand Bassa County is one of the beneficiaries of the 7 modern hospitals to be constructed by the government of Liberia as part of the government of Liberia Popo agenda for development. So money is already in the docket, money is already on the card for the construction of the hospital. Immediately the president said as soon as he break ground for the construction of the hospital, I think by now I did not visited the hospital, seen where the groundbreaking take place, but immediately he said yesterday, today will be the laying of the first cement brick of the construction of the hospital.
Okay, our man in Harper, Gus Young. Gus, you have any question for him?
Well, I'd just like to say thanks so much for the update email from Grand Bassa. I'd like to know, tell us about the reaction. What are some of the things you're hearing the citizens and the civil society actors doing basic analysis about the visit to the county? What are some of the things you're hearing from religious groups as well?
The reaction here is awesome. I'm telling you, everybody is for the president, not against the president. The jubilation moving everywhere in Bassa. Every corner, the enthusiasm is well taken. I think there was a pre-campaign. I don't want to tell me as a pre-campaign, but I think the stakeholder or the Great Bassa Legislative Caucus played the card well to welcome the president. Every citizen of Bassa in Bassa that are interviewed, including the mayor of Bassa City, all answered to the president. Action Moon, they were all rejoicing, including the post. They just scratched few number of challenges they could let the president, including where the president visited today, the Grand Bassa County Community College, that bridge has been overdue or old age problem, and the president has answered to them, say a modern bridge through the acting public work minister Ruth Coco Collins. A modern bridge will be constructed connecting the Basel College.
Many persons actually around our country are concerned about the recent result from the just ended senatorial elections across the 15 counties. So to speak, the CDC-led government was massively defeated from this just ended midterm election, with the huge turnout being described in your words for the president. What does it suggest to our people looking at 2023 that is not far away? Do you think, and with some of those things you're hearing, does it suggest that the president or the CDC definitely is taking over?
I think it's Augustine. I think it's a different atmosphere yet from what I saw yesterday up to today, where the president visited the compound two. The reception yet is different. I think the people have forgotten about the senatorial election. I think they are all in. I don't know how to term it, but they are all in jubilant mood for the president of the Republic of Liberia. The reception here is kind of different than the election, where it was filled with violent destruction after the CDC candidate Finde lost the election to Yomdi Kanga Lawrence.
Finally,
So
the president visited other
yeah,
counties like Margibi, where he gave 100,000 each to each of the stations in Margibi, about 12 stations according to latest
It
report.
was it was it was it was $1.3 million dish out by the president of the Republic of Liberia. I was in attendance at the Habel College, where the president dished out or each 100,000 to 13 local radio station. So I think that amount is just to buttress the station encourage was the the CDC led government. I think it was just a minimum cash because everywhere he went, he was doing good. I would tell you, everywhere he went, he was doing good. The president visited the Kakata city where he dished out the amount of $2 million just for entertainment purpose for the citizen as part of the presidential visit. He visited the Wela City and Sinta Township, where he also dished out
My
$2 million.
concern is about my concern is about Grand Bassa. How is the president into action with the media in Grand Bassa County talking about benefits and other gesture?
I think he has usually done in the presidential tour in all of the counties. He visited Nima County, Bapulu County. I was on the team to Bapulu County, likewise Grand Jida County and Nima County. I think the president for everywhere he went, he would dish out money for the people to enjoy themselves. And the first lady gave out Jesse lapas. The first lady gave a lapa to the women of each and every county. It was done yet in Bassa yesterday, where she met with the women of Grand Bassa County, where she dished out lapas and senatorial pad for the teenage girl to avoid early pregnancy.
Email, finally, from what I'm getting from you, does it suggest that the president did not give money to the press in Grand Bassa? Because my concern is Grand Bassa right now.
Well, I think that is in the web line. I'm not showering praises on the president, but I'm not showering praises. I'm not singing praises upon the president, but I think that is in the web line for everywhere he go. The media had to feel the impact of the presidency. So I think that will be done later. The president had 3 days in Grand Bassa County, and that will be up until Saturday early morning when he shall be departing for Grand Bassa County, where the president will be returning to Monrovia to attend the ECOWAS summit that will be hosted in Freetown, Sierra Leone. So I think the president will retire from the county tour leg 3 on Saturday morning. So probably he will be visiting Compound 3. That is where I'm presently seated in Compound 3. And the reception here is awesome. The people of Compound 3, the Liberia Agriculture Company have answered. They are all raising the flyer and waiting the president's arrival as early as tomorrow morning.
okay.
It's
So
back to you.
I mean, yeah, go ahead, Emmanuel. Go ahead. Guys, you have any question? Go ahead. Are you
No, well, he's just responded to some of those
okay?
questions or concerns being raised. So I was sending it back to you for continuation.
Okay, thank you. You watching Liberia Public Radio. This is Issues of Today live from Monrovia and other parts of Liberia. Our two guys, colleagues, are in Grand Bassa and also in Maryland County, Harper City to be specific. Emmanuel has been doing very much splendid job traveling with the president all across Liberia. We want to say you have been so much fantastic with activities behind the president, bringing every screen of what has been happening. We want to say thank you for that on behalf of the management team of Liberia Public Radio in Liberia. I want to say thank you for that. So can you just before we go to Gus, can you just drill us on other activities beginning I mean from Grand Bassa County awareness will the president be heading or heading to?
From what I understand, per the presidential protocol, the president will depart the setting of the Grand Bar, the Buchanan Hotel where he's currently lodging for a night. He will make a route to the Liberia Agriculture Company, which is like where I'm presently seated at the grounds of the company in like Grand Bassa County. The president will visit and meet with the agriculture company to know as the way forward in promoting agriculture and other development. Yeah, the president will be breaking ground for a modern market. Per my understanding, the president will be breaking ground for a modern market in this part of Grand Bassa County and also a modern clinic. And that clinic is being built on the mentality of the Secretary General of the Grand Bassa County Port Authority, that is Don Shiki Mom. Don Shiki Mom is the one who instrumentality that clinic was built, and the president will be dedicating that clinic. But, but then he will be retiring back to the port city of Buchanan, where I think an indoor program will be held before his retirement every Saturday morning.
Wow. So it means the president has something like two additional days in Grand Bassa County.
Yes, 2 days. He was retired in Grand Bassa County as early as Saturday morning by the presidential protocol, and he will return 6 days later after the summit there in Freetown, Sierra Leone, where the ECOWAS leader is expected to meet in Freetown, Sierra Leone as part of the presidential
So
duty.
it means that the previous schedule has there been some changes into it because
Yes,
we understand that the president should have gone to sign. I mean, River says.
Automatically there have been changes. The president will return on Saturday morning to Monrovia, where he will get up for the trip to Freetown, Sierra Leone, and after 6 days he will return for a trip to Riverside County as part of the fourth leg of the presidential tour. And then from there, the president will return to Monrovia after at least a 5-day visit. Per the protocol I get in front of me, a 5-day visit to Riverside, he return to Monrovia and schedule additional 10
What
days.
he mean? Mm.
That is Lofa County. The president will schedule a special visit to Lofa County, Bochaman, the Kula home, where he will meet and greet with the citizen.
You talk about Lofa. Lofa has been one concern area. People have been saying that why is it that when the president came from
Are you
Western
there, Mike?
Liberia? Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm asking. There have been some concern
I'm not
that
getting you.
why is it that I'm here? You have to just listen and you.
I'm
get
not
me.
getting you, Mike.
Okay, I'm asking. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, Are you getting me now?
I'm not getting you.
Well, I think your microphone. You should check your microphone, but I think I'm okay. What I'm asking is that there have been some concern that why is it that the president from Western Liberia
I'm
he
not getting
cannot
you,
go
Mike.
to.
Are you there?
I'm here.
The mic is off.
I don't know what is happening to your microphone. Can you just go off and come back, and then I think you will get me clear. Emmanuel, can you just go off and come back? Then you'll get me clear.
Are you there, Mike?
Emmanuel, can you go off and come back? Hello, Emmanuel. Hello, Emmanuel. Are you hearing me? Well, I think Emmanuel is not hearing me. Emmanuel, you can just go off and then you can come back. But let me go to Emmanuel. I mean, let me go to Augustine. If Augustine have been also been familiar with this, Augustine, this information that why is it that people have been concerned that the president didn't go to Lofa when he came from Western Liberia, and this issue have been making some rounds in the media.
Well, the thing about presidential tour, in my
Are you
opinion,
there?
it has to be studied. Can you hear me, Mark?
Yes, I can hear you, Emmanuel. Just go off. Yes, go
In my
ahead,
opinion,
Gus.
in my opinion, presidential tour, it has to be thoroughly studied, and it needs to be guarded because so that the citizenry will feel the impact of the visit of that president, right? Because if a president decides to visit a county, in my opinion, there are several other reasons, not necessarily because of saying thank you or for the basic reason of acquaintance. But in my mind, president's visit also creates an opportunity for major projects and achievements, and also to get updates from that county that he or she is visiting. So the thought here is that Lofa County situation for the president to have traveled as far as the northern part of the northern part and as far as the southeastern part, and he did not go to Lofa. In my opinion, apparently there are other plans being made. Like I said, everything has to do with schedule, the timetable
Yeah,
or the timeline. Maybe
and the
Lofa,
financial,
the region, could
the
be the
financial
last.
implication as
And
well.
latest report also from Lofa that I followed with some of our colleagues who are there said that there were some speculations and rumors all around Lofa County alleging that some members of the caucus in Lofa were not kind of thinking of being a part of the process of the president arrival to give a rousing welcome. But then some other members of the caucus too decided to put themselves with the county officials and other citizens. So I think it is the president's plan, those that organized the trip. I think that's the timetable, the schedule, that maybe he shall complete all the counties, then he makes Lofa to be maybe the last or the next to the last. But I don't think it's going to have any negative implication or negative impact, because once the president is the president of the Republic of Liberia, or any country that decides to visit the county that he or she runs and spearheads or whatever activities, in my opinion, I think it's prudent enough to see reason once he decides to visit, he must visit that other part of the country. So it's all about planning, it's all about time, and when the appropriate time comes, I think he's going to visit Lofa.
Yeah. So let's go to let's talk about Maryland County now. That you are in Maryland County. First of all, has Khan finally returned to Maryland County following few weeks Rigman Road there.
Setting it right, Khan has been restored in Maryland County, first of all by the grace of God, to the intervention of the governor of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, who has declared curfew. At first, the curfew time was announced 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. because of the prevailing situation. The situation started somewhat around in March, Thursday on the 25th of March, where a motorcyclist who was also a 12th grade student at the Plebo High School in Plebo Southern District, body was discovered, lifeless body was discovered in one town called Bessican Town between Grand Crew and Dallas River, Maryland. And according to report, citizens arrested the prime suspect and subsequently turned over to the Liberia National Police. And that was on Thursday. On Friday, Saturday, Monday, then the county attorney, including the acting superintendent, the county attorney was Anthony Philip Wega, who is Anthony Philip Wega, and that of the acting superintendent by then, Honorable Walter Clark, and a representation from the Catholic Justice Peace Commission, JPC, represented by Mr. Thomas Maulo. Basically, they went on the station to appeal to the citizenry of Maryland to remain peaceful and observe the process and allow the security or the justice system to work in line. So when the county attorney was asked about the case being heard, since indeed several other cases in Maryland linking to believing to be some ritualistic activities, how soon are we going to listen or hear anything concerning the case? And the attorney make a pronouncement that because